All right. So let me get into it here for a minute. So we saw that once again, Caleb Maupin had put up a response video last week. And of course, I showed the whole clip of him that he uploaded about how he felt about transgenderism, this and that, which the thing is, he went into talking about the gray zone, which, like I say, I don't completely 100% agree with them either. But I think that's where I agreed with him more. About transgenderism, he's wrong. Is that these people are, fuck it, I'm just going to say it, they're mentally ill. Transgenderism is just a corporate way to make money. That's all the hell it is at this point. If you want to transition and take your Wyeth Pharmaceutical approved, HRT medication, then fucking go for it. These people are ghouls. And I just want to make sure for the record here that I say that and nobody else says that. Now, of course, like I say, it's funny that he said we'll be talking later, and then of course when he looked through more of my videos. But anyway, so I just want to say, yeah, the thing is, stick to Arkadag's law. Look up Arkadag's law, and and you can see what I think about transgenderism. But yeah, basically, transgenderism is just a way to make money. That's what it is. You can talk about sex and gender all day. It's a way to make money. It's a way to create another lifestyle that capitalism creates. So, I do support Caleb Maupin, but I think that he sees things in such a boomer way, in sort of a, just a very, oh well, yeah, type of way. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to be, I'm going to try to be logical here. That's not, But that's my opinion, once again. I think with Caleb Maupin, he's just like a lot of, he's just like how, these lefties, or, well, excuse me, these synthetic left. I'm going to borrow some of Caleb Maupin's words, but the synthetic left that exists, people like, Thoughtsline, people like Vosh, people like what's her face, I can't think of their, people like Peter Coffin, these guys who produce ooh and ah videos where it's like, I'm funny, but ultimately their analysis is shallow and lacking. They basically, it's just like an arc. It's an arc, basically. It's like, let's talk about the Hill, and let's talk shit about these type of folks and everything else, and then we're eventually going to give up on them, and we'll occasionally talk about them here and there. That's basically what it is. The same thing with Caleb Maupin. Now, the thing is, Caleb, I know you're not listening, but the thing is that you are going to be continued to be, attacked. I may use that word lightly, but yeah, they are clowns. Yeah. What's going on, Mongoose, man? It's been a while. But I was going to say, basically, about Caleb Maupin is, if he hadn't responded to him, he may have been all right. Because obviously, you don't see, obviously it's the Hill is corporate, it is controlled by oil lobbyists and, Zionist interests, I think. But overall, you don't see Crystal Ball or Sagar and Jetty getting mad because Vosh decided to do a series of videos, because they don't give a fuck. They're like, we got our audience, whatever, And to a point, Caleb, you have to be the same way, Just let this blow over. This is just an arc for them, and let it be, And the thing is, like I say, I still support Caleb Maupin, even though he's kind of a boomer on transgenderism. Transgenderism is a scourge. I'm just mask off. It is a scourge. Transgenderism is a scourge. And whether it's, this whole, and that goes for the non-binary shit and all this other stuff, these are capitalist identities. These are identities created under capitalism. Period. And you could say that you're defending it by, you're saying that you're going to get rid of capitalism by supporting these people. No. The fact is that capitalism created these identities. They created all this NB shit. They created all this, what is it? non-binary, or I know NB is non-binary, but the whole turf thing and all this, it's just pitiful, petty arguments and shit. It's all just pitiful bullshit, So I would just say screw all that crap. It doesn't matter, Move on, continue doing your reporting on RT. Continue to go and talk to whoever you have to talk to and everything else. But leave these other folks alone, And so what? I would just say this to you, man. It's like, okay, you were on a panel with Dugan. Honestly, that's based. Great for you, man. People are still gonna accuse you of being a Nosbowl and everything else. Notice, the thing is that's pretty much that clip that I showed of Thought Slime on the channel is pretty much the extent that he explained about Nosbowl, about National Bolshevism. But of course, these folks, they want to have that understanding. They just say, oh, these evil Strasserite, these Nosbowls. The thing is that you could be a little more charitable and actually do some research into it, but they don't want to. They want to preach to the choir, and they just want to tell the audience what they already know. That's the reality. So it is what it is on that. The thing is, I would just say ignore that shit. Ignore it. It's not worth it. Let fools be fools. The thing is that the only power that these type of people like Thought Slime and Peter Coffin and Vosh have is online. That's their only power. At least that's my view. That's their only power. People like Vosh have admitted they're not going to go out in the streets. You're not going to see their fat ass out there. And I can say that because I'm kind of fat myself, so I can say that. I'm not proud of it. But anyway, you're not going to see their fat asses out there. You're not going to see them out there protesting. I mean, Vosh lives in fucking Seattle. Did you see him go down to these places? No. He made excuses saying, oh, well, I'm not going to show my video. It goes to show once again, this fool doesn't give a fuck about it. It's something that he created. Does he care about those ideas? To a point. But it's an identity that he puts on so that he could create a career so he doesn't have to work a regular job. So, I guess I should say, don't hate the player, hate the game, ultimately. At least on that end. But in general, he's going to fuck a lot of people up because, he's going to talk a lot of shit. But he's not going to be out there with you on the sidelines. He ain't. He's not going to be there. Same thing with people like Thought Slime. You aren't going to see people like him in the front row because guess what? People may know him. Their only power is online. And even then, it's a very, very small little section. And when I say very, very small, I know, they have, tens of thousands of views, this and that. The thing is, what I would say to it is, it's just ridiculous. These types of folks will never be legitimate. These folks will never have their ideas on on the front page, because they can talk about transgenderism all day. Their ideas to a point are going to be swallowed up by another leader who's just going to use those phrases and he's going to talk about, non-binary and, non-gender conforming and all this other fake. Well, I don't know all that shit. I don't give a fuck. But the thing is that, the point is that your ideology is just going to be swallowed up by somebody else who's just going to use it in a negative way. Period. End of story. And then people like you are going to say, no, our ideology is about this. And, it's going to be the petty sort of argument. Same thing as Strasserism, where it's just like, oh, we're not aligned with Hitler. We're with Strasser, And it is pitiful to a point. It really is. And, I could say the same thing about Nosbowl to a point, but it's just ridiculous. Seeing all this type of crap. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta go on a diet. Oh. I got to go diet and fast more. Oh, I don't know how I can do both, but damn. Oh, man. Ooh, okay. Sorry. But I think I pretty much said my piece. I would just say to people like Caleb Maupin, you still got support out there. I know you out there in Brooklyn, New York. I would just, like I would tell you. I know that you're not going to hear this. You have long since, left me and decided not to listen to me. That's fine. I don't blame you. I ain't mad at you about that. I'm going to continue to say what I said before. Research local Brooklyn activists. People like Sonny Carson, who was part of CORE, the Congress of Racial Equality. Read his book, Education of Sonny Carson. There's a lot of good stuff in there, especially when you get to the end talking about how the New York public education system worked. A lot of good stuff. I suggest y'all check out that book, Education of Sonny Carson. For the most part, you're going to have to go to the library. You're going to have to go to like a big library and find that, because that book, it's out of print. And rest in peace to Sonny Carson. He passed away, I think, in the 90s or the early 2000s, I think. But anyway, I would just tell y'all, man, just be careful. And, keep your head up, Caleb. Keep your head up, man. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Keep your head up. That's what I say. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, Caleb. We with you. Even though you don't, like I say, you don't want me in the front row, and then they'll find out I have some cringy YouTube channel where I, post memes and shit. So I get it. But at the end of the day, hey, we're with you. We're with you, Caleb. And I know that's empty, solidarity, online solidarity, where it's like all we can do is defend you from pointless trolls and everything. But that's all we can do. But if we could, hey, man, we'd support you in other ways. This is all we can do. It's just saying, hey, we support you. And just to say, I'm glad the haters left. I'm just going to say it. I'm glad the haters left, because I have like 3 or 4 people leave because they're like, oh, why you keep bringing up, I'm sure that they're like, oh, Caleb Maupin. Maybe they see the sign, maybe they're turncoats. They're like, oh, well, now you're going after now you're going after Caleb Maupin. You're defending Caleb Maupin, and everyone's shitting on him. Man, I'm gonna have to drop you like a hot potato. I don't know. That's okay. Like I say, let the haters hate, and we'll go from there. Anyways, I'm gonna see y'all later, folks. Y'all have a good rest of the day. See you.